Hey everybody, Backpack Hack here coming at you with another trail tip. And years ago when I got my vacuum sealer, I had read that you could seal ordinary plastic bags with one. So I tried it and it failed miserably. Most of the time it would simply melt the bag. And I think because the heater was just so strong and stayed on so long, it would melt the bag. So I had an idea. I put the outlet on a switch that I can control as I'm using the vacuum sealer. There was a switch right here on the wall. So I'd hit the seal button and try to pull the plug out or turn the switch off before it melted the bag. And I was only getting about a 10% success rate with that. And so I gave up on the idea of trying to use these, and I was using the big expensive made for a vacuum sealer bags or Mylar bags, which was fine for me because most of my sealing is for long-term storage and is fine. But I still wanted to be able to seal just an ordinary inexpensive sandwich bag like a full top or this twist tie bag. And I just couldn't do it with my vacuum sealer. Now, some people have great success with their vacuum sealers doing this, but with my Weston, it just doesn't work. So I want to introduce to you something that will easily seal these as well as Mylar bags if you want to, and seal them consistently and seal them well. And that is the Impulse Sealer. There's a heat strip right in through here underneath this tan strip here. It's just a heating element, toaster element. It is the exact same technology as what's in your vacuum sealer. This does not have a vacuum function. It is simply a sealer. And it uses this heat strip just like your vacuum sealer. And it's called an impulse sealer because you can leave this plugged into the wall, and even sitting on this countertop like this, it uses zero electricity. It will only use electricity when there's a switch in here that's depressed by going like this. And the big advantage to this is you have a control. Now, this is not a thermostat down here. This is a timer, and it gives you the time that the heat strip is turned on in seconds. And I have found with this particular model, this is an FS200, 200 meaning 200 millimeters of length, which is about 8 inches. You can get these in 4, in 6, in 8, 10, 12. You can probably find larger if you want to, but I found 8 inches more than enough for everything I want to do. I have found that about 1 second or even 2/3 of a second on this will seal one of these bags. 1.5 seconds will seal a Mylar bag, and this goes up to about 8 seconds. So I suppose if I cranked it up, I could melt one of these as well, but I don't want to make a mess on this thing. And like I say, the advantage is you can control it with this timer switch. Again, this is not a thermostat, it's a timer switch. You can control how long it stays on, and all you got to do is put your bag in here, press down, the light will come on. I can't show you that because I'm out here with no electricity, and you'll hear some clicking when it does that. I don't know if you can hear that clicking or not. That's the switch clicking on. And then hold it for a couple seconds after that light goes out, and you've got a sealed bag. Now, to give you an idea of the economics of this, you can buy these all day, every day, for about $30, $35 on the high end. Now, yes, there's some people who want to charge you $50, $60. In fact, I saw somebody had one on sale, one for sale, for about $336, and then they wanted like $86 to ship it. That's criminal to me. You can buy these all day long, every day for $30, $35. I managed to snag this one for about $26. And the reason I'm doing this video is just this morning, I found one for a friend because he had expressed interest in getting one. I found one for him. I'm going to have it shipped directly to his door for $19.07 with sales tax. So for about $20, if you bide your time and look around, you can find a good deal on one. And they're all the same. It doesn't matter the brand. It doesn't matter whether it's English or Chinese or Japanese or Korean or whatever on the side. They're all going to work functionally the same. You just put your bag across there, press down, and it's going to seal it. These strips are replaceable, as well as this silicone or nylon cover, whatever it is. You can buy those for relatively cheap too. So let's go with a $25 cost on these, and let's do a cost analysis, shall we? So let's do a little bit of cost analysis here. First off, the bags. This is a bag of 200 fold top bags. They're not the zipper bags, they're not the Ziploc bags. They are the simply fold top sandwich bags. 200 of them for $1. So that makes them 1/2 cent a piece, 2 for a penny. These are 1 gallon or 10 by 14 bags. They come with twist ties, but I never use them because I'm sealing them. These are $3.12. So these are just a shade north of 3 cents a piece. So we've got the cost of our packaging covered. If you go to the store and buy a variety pack of these, they're going to be $6.50 for 18 of them. And that works out for this 1 ounce thing, 36 cents for this little package. 36 cents. May not sound like much, but we'll get to that later. You go to the gas station and buy one of these. This is 2 5/8 of an ounce for $1.89. Almost $2 for this. For $1.50 more, you can buy this, which is 13 ounces. This is the party size. You can go to the store and buy this for $3.78. So for a couple dollars more than this, you're getting a whole lot more. So we're going to repackage these into these and see how much we save. So let's take our little 1 ounce, 36 cent package. I can take 1 ounce of potato chips out of this bag and put it into this half-cent bag, and it ends up being just south of 30 cents. Now, 6 cents may not sound like much of a deal, but personally, this is not big enough. These little 1 ounce ones are simply not big enough for a meal for me. Great for kids, but if you've got a child in high school or junior high, family that works like me in construction, that gets hungry during the day, these are not going to fill them up. So you're probably thinking, let's go to this. Well, $1.89 for this. I mean, I don't think I can buy these in the store. That's the problem. These are $1.89 at the gas station. That gets expensive. 2 5/8 ounce. I can put one of those in these 3-cent bags. I can put 2 5/8 of an ounce into one of these bags for the princely sum of 63 cents. So, $1.89, 63 cents. This is 1/3 the cost of this. You are saving over $1 doing one of these over this, $1. And the cost of the machine is only about $25. So you do this for a couple of weeks, or maybe even a month, you've paid for the machine. Plus, this machine will also, all these chips came out of this bag. You can see that it's open. You can reseal the bag. Now, how well does this sealer work? Let me show you something. I took each one of these bags and put a little bit of water in them and sealed them up. And here's the sandwich bag that I put water in about 3 weeks ago. And as you can see, there's water in there, and I'm not getting a drop out of it. In fact, I've set them on a pan inside my kitchen for the last 3-4 weeks before doing this video, just to see if it would leak, and it's not. Here's one of the 1-gallon bags with some water in it. And again, here's the seal that I did, and I did this seal in 2 pieces because this is far too wide. This is 10 by 14, so it's too wide to seal. So I simply sealed this way, and I sealed this way, and I crossed the seals. I don't know how well you're going to see it across there, but there's the seal on the bottom, and again, you can see that it is not leaking. In fact, have you ever seen these little Mylar bags of emergency water that are so ungodly expensive? I'm even experimenting with doing that. I cut some 1-gallon Mylar bags in 4ths and started sealing them up just to see if I could get them to hold, literally, basically hold water. And so far, after a couple of weeks, they're still good. So I don't know if I'll ever do this for an emergency situation, but it might be nice to have some of these sitting back if the water isn't going to spoil. I just did these as a test. See if they'll last for a year or so, and then try the water in them and see if it's still good. If so, I may make up a couple of dozen, put them back in my emergency pantry, and so if I need some emergency water for something, I can just throw these in there. So that just gives you an idea of what you can do with this impulse sealer. The real reason I got this is because for my bug out bag, my get home bags, my backpacking kit, my camping kit, I like to have single-use packages. In other words, I don't want to buy a big package like this. I want to have a small individual use package of things like lens cleaners and bug wipes and hand sanitizer and, you know, individual use towelettes of things like that. The one thing I couldn't find was foot powder. So I thought, why not just make my own little individual foot powder bags? I took some foot powder, put it in a Ziploc bag, folded it up, put it inside of a cut up piece of Mylar bag, sealed it up, and now I have an individual use of foot powder in my bug out bag, in my get home bags, in my backpack for backpacking, in my camping gear, so I don't have to carry around a great big bottle of foot powder. So anyway, take a look at getting a not a vacuum sealer, an impulse sealer for your preparations and your camping gear. It's well worth the money, and you can find all sorts of uses. You know, maybe you've got somebody who's into making jewelry and you've got all these little beads that you want to package up. You can take some bags like this and package that up for long-term storage. There's all sorts of uses. Once you get one, you're going to find all these different uses that you can come up with for this unit, and so it will easily pay for itself in hardly any time at all. So this is Backpack Hat coming at you with this trail tip. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment on my videos. Be safe out there, and I'll see you out on the trail.